How do you decide what you do each day? Why did you decide to do it? There are aspects of life that may seem predetermined, having to go to school, the family you are born into, and so on. Yet every day we get to take responsibility for our own lives, choosing what we do with the freedom we are given. And like this, each one of us can develop their unique life. Sometimes it may seem like we just do things out of habit without thinking much about them, but being human also means having freedom. We're not just robots doing tasks mindlessly. We want what we do to have meaning. We want a reason behind doing those things. I noticed that from a young age on, when I had a reason behind doing something, I was way more motivated to do it. It was as simple as thinking I like music, or I like drawing, or I like sports. And like this, singing and dancing or art and sports class in school became some of my favorite things. As I grew up, I discovered I wanted the reasons behind why I do what I do to be deeper than just I like it, so I will do it. For art, it became about appreciating the beauty of this world and the ability humans have to appreciate and create beautiful things, as well as to connect with people who find similar things beautiful, people with similar interests. For sports, it became about taking care of my health, to have less stress, to live a longer, happier life. And with music, it is similar to art in a way. The atmosphere or feelings a song can convey are especially fascinating to me. But then there's also the aspect of text, lyrics or words that can be used to convey messages. Hi, I'm May, and in today's video I'd like to look at why we do what we do. I'd like to share how we can find purpose in life, how we can make better decisions and live a meaningful life. I hope you can also share your own thoughts on the topic in the comments, because as humans, learning from one another is a great way to grow in life. Speaking of which, one thing that can help with growing in life is taking classes, learning something new. That's where I'd also like to introduce the sponsor of today's video, Skillshare. It's a learning platform where you can find classes on creative topics such as art, business, or social media. If you'd like to learn a creative skill or pick up a new hobby, Skillshare is the best place to do this. You can reconnect with your creativity and maybe avoid brain rot by taking classes. Skillshare is where humans come to learn from other humans. I took the class Notion Masterclass, Maximize Your Productivity and Organization. I remember that back when I first started using Notion, it was quite overwhelming. This class is perfect for getting started with Notion, but even for me, someone who has used it for over 3 years now, I could get a lot of new insights and inspiration. For projects like the one I focus on in this video, the databases in Notion can be really helpful for sorting characters or keeping track of media I've gotten to know over the years, for example. I generally use it to organize and plan my days as well. One of my favorite learnings from the class was to focus on simplicity, to use Notion as a tool to keep track of ideas and organize them, and not trying to use every feature or tool, only the ones that are necessary for your own individual lifestyle and interests. If you'd also like to give Skillshare a try, the first 500 people to use my link in the description or scan the QR code will receive a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. Thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring the video. Now let's start with the first illustration. In the beginning I mentioned how music and art are some of my biggest interests. The artworks I'll include in this video will be of characters from various fandoms where I like the art, fandoms that inspire me, and theme-wise the illustrations are based on songs from a band that has greatly impacted me in life, Skillet. With each illustration, we'll look at the topic of discovering meaning in life while connecting it to the song the artwork is based on. For the first artwork here, the song would be Hero. As the title suggests, it's about heroes, something that we may know from movies or books or even real life. The term hero can be used to describe someone who does things that affect the world or people around them as well as themselves in a positive way. Whether it may be fantastic, like a superhero with extraordinary powers, a firefighter saving lives, or a person picking up trash they see on the ground to throw it in the proper trash bins. Doing something heroic, that may be something that can give us direction. We like to learn from hero figures, and we tend to be fascinated by hero stories. We tend to like harmony and seeing someone putting an effort to cause a positive change in their world. You may have noticed I just said we tend to like harmony. This is where one difficulty comes in. What can be considered as heroic, positive, or good can be very subjective. We have laws and common sense that seem to give us some moral boundaries, but through our varying experiences, we all may disagree on other aspects. If doing so-called good or heroic things can give us meaning, how can we truly know what is good? Let's look a bit more at the song Hero and its lyrics for now. What I like is how the first verse acknowledges the following thing: I am just a man, not superhuman. and someone save me from the hate. For one, this shows that we're not perfect and that we can't escape hate. We all experience hardships and problems. Then there are these two lines. It's just another war, just another family torn, and just another day in the world we live. This again points out the reality that we live in a world where problems occur. Connecting this back to the topic of being heroic, despite us being not perfect, despite us living in a world with struggles, is there a way for us to find purpose by being heroic? The second verse talks a bit about this. There are lyrics like, I've gotta fight today to live another day, speaking my mind today, and I've got to make a stand, but I am just a man. I'm not superhuman, my voice will be heard today. So after the situation is determined, the song mentions taking action by speaking one's mind and taking a stand. It's about being bold and confident, but to be able to do this, again, it would make sense that on the inside you have to have a good compass to know that what you stand for is truly heroic, so that you can find purpose in standing up for those things. Where can you find that compass? How can you know what is right when we are not superhuman? This is where the chorus comes in, which says this, I need a hero to save me now, and I need a hero to save my life. When looking at this, the hero seems to not be yourself, but someone who saves you. What's interesting is that later on during the song, before the last chorus, these lines are mentioned. Who's gonna fight for what's right? Who's gonna help us survive? We're in the fight of our lives and we're not ready to die. Who's gonna fight for the weak? Who's gonna make them believe? I've got a hero living in me. I'm gonna fight for what's right. Today I'm speaking my mind, and if it kills me tonight, I will be ready to die. A hero is not afraid to give his life. A hero is gonna save me just in time. When looking at this passage, to me it makes sense that there is this hero that comes to save you and is then able to live in you. A hero greater than all the temporary struggles and problems of the world, and figuring out what truly is heroic, what the right thing to do is, comes from exploring what that hero would do and trying to do that ourselves. While we may not always get it right, as not superhuman humans, this seems to be the only compass that is not unstable or temporary. Overall, this song conveys that we can find a hero inside of us, meaning that that hero is always with us. It's a hero that saved us. The song encourages us to take a stand, to live a heroic life, which gives us direction and meaning, and through this we can find purpose. For the next artwork, I will mention another aspect on how we can find purpose. For now, let's talk about the characters I drew here. These would be Kaeya from Genshin Impact, Hifumi from Hypnosis Mic, Kento from B Project, and Asmodeus from Obey Me. They're all charismatic and outgoing. When it comes to a connection from the song with these characters, I could imagine them taking on a hero role in a movie. Let's move on to the second artwork and song. While the characters I drew for the first song Hero have this very bold energy, the characters here are more on the insecure and introverted side. What do you connect with more? A heroic kind of personality with a lot of confidence, or a more secluded, quiet one? Finding purpose cannot just be done in speaking up, taking a stand, or fighting for what's right, interacting with the outside world. There's also the inner side, the relationship to oneself that can help. In fact, to be able to stand for something, to speak up, you first have to come to terms with yourself and what you believe in, to figure out what you stand for. But maybe you've also had struggles, like myself or the characters here, with yourself because of insecurities and being aware of one's own failures. Noticing mistakes is good when you can use it to learn from them, when it's used as encouragement. But for a while I had a problem with spiraling into negative thoughts, creating a negative self-image of myself and my capabilities. The song here talks about these things. It's called Fingernails. That is a bit funny to me because while I have overcome that negative thinking and insecure phase, I still have this bad habit of picking on my nails. It's a bit of a constant reminder to myself that I still have room to improve. Do you have a similar bad habit you'd like to get rid of? Let's connect the song and the theme of finding purpose in life. Finding purpose is also connected to how you view yourself. If you see yourself as meaningfully made with inherent purpose, that transforms your thinking. Because it means no matter what happens, what you achieve, how others see you or how you see yourself, you're here for a reason. You have a reason to be here, and it is not a bad thing that you exist. The world needs you in some way, you can affect it in a positive way. But the song here talks about not feeling that way. It reflects a mental state that reminds me of my depressed teenager phase, or a 1-year period where I felt a lot of insecurity about 3 years ago. But when talking with some other people, I discovered that many have faced thoughts like these before as well. And usually just becoming aware of these things, of the problems you face, is the first step to overcoming them. being honest with yourself and not avoiding the topic. That's why maybe hearing these lyrics can be helpful. Even if you're currently not struggling with these things, it may help to prepare you if you ever face such thoughts. In general, it is also helpful to understand others around you who may struggle with something like this as well. Here are some of the lyrics from the song. Fingernails. Never reaching what I want to reach, never being who I want to be, blaming me when I fall and fail, all my dreams splintering under my fingernails. I'm empty, lonely and accused without a word. I'm so lost and confused I threw it all away. How can I be beautiful when I am so afraid? Other than the insecure thoughts, the song also mentions being proud while also wanting to be filled. This kind of connects to the honesty topic to me, lying to oneself, pretending to be proud while at the same time feeling empty. You can put on a mask in front of people while you yourself on the inside are very different. That's another aspect to consider. When it comes to finding purpose, overcoming both insecure thoughts and being dishonest with oneself, that can open up the path to a meaningful life. How can you do that? Here I'll mention another quote from the song. I'm wasting every moment I want to be tasting every moment with you. I'm suffering, I'm bleeding, on my knees, who's going to save me? Suffering, bleeding, save me from this pit of frailty. Similarly to the song Hero, it talks about needing saving from someone. When it comes to dealing with your inner struggles, it's easy to think you are completely alone in this, because only you yourself can know your thoughts. You can try to share them with others, but no one will ever fully understand what it's like to be you. It can make you feel lost and alone, like the song talked about. But if you remember from the song Hero, it mentioned a hero living inside of oneself, someone who's always with you, and I see this hero as the one that's also able to fully know you even better than you know yourself, because that hero is also the reason you are here in the first place. A hero who knows everything but is able to be with you always and everywhere, even in your thoughts. It's a powerful thought, and that almost leads me to the next song, but first let's mention the characters here. These include Mayoi from Ensemble Stars, Idia from Twisted Wonderland, Leviathan from Obey Me, Pashalia from Radiant Tail, and Doppo from Hypnosis Mic. They're all introverted, and especially Mayoi and Doppo are anxious people who can struggle with insecure thoughts. If you want to, let me know which of the characters included in this video you know. Moving on to the third illustration, I mentioned powerful thoughts before, and that's what the song here also focuses on. It's called Energy. Another key factor in understanding and finding purpose in life is realizing the impact we can make in this world during our time here. Whether that's through relationships, projects, or the roles we take on. As humans, we live on the same world, connected to it in a certain space and time. One thing I find powerful about the fact that we are living right now is the fact that we have technology and internet, something that only developed over the last 100 years, even though humans have been around for such a long time. We use it on a daily basis, and even me sharing this video would have been impossible just 50 years ago. I see this as a great opportunity in life, something to be grateful for. Of course, new inventions also tend to come with downsides, but generally, maybe through this, you can get how this connects to the theme of finding purpose. Just looking at the world around you, what is possible, what humans are capable of, even that alone can be very empowering. We can't do everything, but there are so many things we can do. And what's even better is that the source of all this power given to humans is unlimited, omniscient, and all-powerful, and that we as limited humans can connect with this source. Let's talk about the song's lyrics next. In the song, this powerful energy is described with different natural phenomena in the weather, such as wind, lightning, or hurricane. Here are some lines. Your mighty winds come in and blow me away, and frightening, coming at me like lightning, as well as you're a silent rage, you're a hurricane, and another part that connects to this. I see you in everything, in fire and wind and rain. This song compares the power of someone with things we can observe in nature, but also everything, the elements and so on. This is made even clearer with these lines, and I'm surrounded, and everywhere I go I can't escape your energy. When it comes to thinking about finding purpose, one thing I realized is that this is something you cannot really see, hear, or touch in the physical world. It's more of a thought, an idea, but still it may be more powerful than any of the things we can see or hear. Then there is a fascination humans tend to have with the unknown. In a way, it is very powerful, as the things we can't understand remind us of our limitations. They humble us, they make us realize the reality that we can still learn a lot and that we will never know it all. When I think about limitations humans have, time is a big factor to me. We have a limited time, and it defines how we may live our lives. There's this line in the song that talks about someone defying time. further emphasizing that who this song is about is bigger than everything, very powerful. Here's that line: divine is a reality that you defy time. When it comes to what is divine, this is defined by who the song is about, exceeding this world and our own capabilities. Speaking of which, here I'd also like to connect these lines of the song. You are everything I cannot see and can't explain. You're an enigma wrapped in a mystery. There's this idea that the most powerful thing or energy we can sense is all around us, something we can't escape and something we can't see nor explain. The ultimate power, which gives us power and purpose. Having power and energy in life is valuable. It can help us with finding and living according to our purpose. We are limited, but we can obtain endless power and purpose through connecting to the source of all power and energy. The characters I drew for this illustration are playful, mischievous and witty. They reminded me of some of the song's lyrics, like "You're an enigma wrapped in a mystery," for example, and the song's overall energy, pun intended. On the top right is Lilia from Twisted Wonderland, on the bottom is Ramuda from Hypnosis Mic, on the left we have Kenta from Paradox Live, and finally in the center of the image are these two kind of performer characters, Wataru from Ensemble Stars and Lini from Genshin Impact. Next we move on to the fourth illustration and song. The first and third song, Hero and Energy, were more on the bold side. This fourth song is more on the insecure side, like Fingernails before. The mood of this song is more melancholic but also powerful. In a way, it combines the songs from before in its themes. The verses describe someone in a negative mental state with lines like, "Do you know what it's like when you're scared to see yourself? Do you know what it's like when you wish you were someone else? Or do you know what it's like when you're not who you want to be? Do you know what it's like to be your own worst enemy?" And then the chorus focuses on wanting to change that state. "I don't want to feel like this tomorrow, I don't want to live like this today." And in the next lines, similarly to Hero, it calls for someone. "Make me feel better, I want to feel better, stay with me here now and never surrender." The contrast of the verses and the chorus is also conveyed in these lines, because in the verses the last line is, "Do you know what it's like to wanna surrender?" While in the chorus the last line is, "Stay with me here now and never surrender." There seems to be this development of first admitting one's own struggles, then wanting to overcome them, and then reaching out and seeking for someone to help with this. The last pre-chorus also shows this development with the following lines: "Make me feel better, you make me feel better, you make me feel better, put me back together." It goes from asking someone to make you feel better to actually feeling better. It seems like that someone has heard that call for help and has put the person back together. What I find encouraging here is that it shows that we don't have to handle our struggles alone, and the line "put me back together" connects with the theme of this video, finding purpose and meaning to me. It seems like when we are put back together we can feel better and find purpose. Maybe you feel broken, maybe something has happened to you that has led to a negative view of life and living, a sense of emptiness, a question for meaning. You want to feel complete, put together with a sense of meaning, and that this song, as well as the other songs in this video, encourage us to go through the process of finding purpose in life. When it comes to the characters I drew for this artwork, we have Jade from Twisted Wonderland, Sunday from Honkai Star Rail, Sogo from Idolish 7, and Onsai from B Project. With that, I've talked about all the illustrations. The first song, Hero, focuses on being heroic and needing a hero. The second song, Fingernails, was about one's own flaws and insecurities. The third song, Energy, describes a powerful presence, bigger than anything. And the fourth song, Never Surrender, shows how you can face your own struggles. We tend to be fascinated by those hero who saves stories. In our own lives, we can feel lost, hopeless and insecure, like we need saving, but we can also encounter powerful, empowering forces lifting us up and saving us. In the struggles, when we learn to focus on the true powerful force, we can be saved, and through this we can find meaning and truly fulfilling purpose in life and eternity. Which of the themes or songs mentioned do you connect with most? Which characters mentioned do you know? Which illustration do you like most? Feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you'd like to support me in some way, you can check out my Patreon with screen-recorded process videos of my art and more. I also have some stickers and prints of Hypnosis Mic, Paradox Live, Ensemble Stars, Idolish 7, Obey Me, Twisted Wonderland, Honkai Star Rail and Genshin Impact characters on my shop. Other than this, leaving a like on this video and subscribing would mean a lot. Thank you for watching, have a nice day, bye!